If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about the LA Chargers. Yes, we are Detroit Lions fans, but we live here in Michigan. We love Jim Harbaugh. We're following him out to the Chargers. So you get an unbiased look into the Chargers. Plus, you get some inside information and some from guys that have watched Jim Harbaugh from these last 7-8 years turn around Michigan. And just to see what he's going to do with the Chargers is really cool. So here's the latest hires by Jim Harbaugh. And I think it's just like, man, this guy just gets it, right? The one that I love, and there's two of them. Let's start with the first one. Nick Hartwick is going to be a assistant offensive line coach. Perfect. Nick Hartwick is a legend with the Chargers. He's a member of the 50th anniversary team. He played 11 seasons, starting all 146 career appearances, postseason included, at center, blocking and protecting for some of the greatest players in league and franchise history. Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, blocking for great running backs. And so we'll dive into him just a little bit more. But why this is so cool is because Jim Harbaugh, he gets it. All right, Hartwick, you're an assistant offensive line coach. He's bringing back legends that can come into the franchise and be like, hey, we're the Chargers. We've kind of been kicked around here for the last few years. We've moved. We've just, it's like we've kind of been a laughing stock for the last couple of years. Staley's terrible. We're just always losing every game in heartbreaking fashion. Look, we've got legends that have played here. Here's one of them. He's on staff. He's going to bring guys back. Guys want to be on the sideline. They want to be part of this, right? There's going to be names, faces, because the Chargers, it's just been so dull out there. I've always liked the Chargers. I always liked the uniforms. Couldn't really get into it just because of Phillip Rivers. You understand that if you're a Chargers fan, like, yeah, if he's with us, like, let's go, Phillip Rivers. But you know how he is with others. So I'm like, come on. But my point is, Chargers it's what an awesome franchise, awesome location. Let's go. And so Jim Harbaugh is bringing back a legend to help just kind of reboot the whole Chargers just aura that it's there, man. There are so many good players. We did this a couple days ago. I asked you guys to tell me some of your favorite players, and everybody was just naming legend after legend that has played for the Chargers. And so let's bring that back, and let's start with getting one of the guys on staff. I think it's perfect. The next guy is Jonathan Goodwin. Jonathan Goodwin, a center from Michigan. He played at Michigan. Then he actually played under Jim Harbaugh when he was with the San Francisco 49ers. Another guy that's just an awesome center joins the staff. Do you catch the theme here? Jim Harbaugh. We all know this, but you see how he's doing it now, working behind the scenes. He's hired now 2 centers, offensive line assistant guys, quarterbacks coach, and Jonathan Goodwin, right? That's going to be able to get feedback from centers. Hey, what do you like? What are you seeing? How do we run this play? What's the best way to run the ball in this look? He is so dead serious about running the football, and I love seeing it. And I don't know how he does it, and we'll watch it with the Chargers. He's just going to make them physical. He's going to make them smart. They're not going to make mistakes, and they're going to be ahead of the chains, and they're going to be in every single game. That's how Jim Harbaugh does it, man. And it is fun to watch, and it is football in its purest form. So to see that he has Jonathan Goodwin, center, All-American offensive lineman for University of Michigan. Boom. Nick Hartwick, center legend, back in the building. Those are all outstanding things. So, by the way, I asked you this a couple days ago, I think. No, I didn't. Bobby Boucher, Waterboy. Let me know in the comments your favorite Adam Sandler movie. Waterboy is just, I mean, come on, right? Like, you can't go wrong there. Let me know that, your favorite Adam Sandler movie. And also, empty jersey case right here. Just keep kind of leaving it open. I was going to go possibly Dan Campbell when he played for the Lions, but then I was thinking maybe a Jim Harbaugh Michigan jersey. But then I was like, a Jim Harbaugh, like the old dark blue Chargers, would just be crazy. It's like, we're Lions fans. So maybe go like a Barry Sanders, but I want Barry Sanders college. Let me know right here. If you're me, or if I'm you, what would you do right here? What if you could hang up any jersey, what would it be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay. Chargers, a couple more notes on the Chargers before we get out of here. Remember, the cap went up. Every year, the cap goes up. So teams are always pushing the cap out. Cap goes up, the biggest jump it's ever gone up in league history. That's great for every team. Nobody's like, it's just great for every team, especially the Chargers, though. They've got expensive, aging players, more than most teams. Bosa, Mac, wide receiver, running back. So they've got to make some tough decisions. But now it's less tough, if you will. Do you just get rid of Mac or Bosa? You don't maybe have to get rid of both. Is there a trade you could work out? So the cap is really good and in favor for some of these teams that are just in more trouble than others, the Chargers being one of those teams. The next thing that we're kind of keeping an eye on is what the Chargers will do with that number 5 overall pick. We made a video on this a couple days ago about how your new GM comes from the Ravens. The Ravens are consistently picking in the 20s in the draft. So he's very comfortable moving back. Number 5 overall is great. You're going to get a blue chip player, but there's so many big names, quarterbacks in this draft that you will have an opportunity to move back. And we looked at one of the most famous trades of Ricky Williams. He was taken at 5th overall. The Saints came all the way up from 12 to 5 to get him. And what they gave up was so much that you would absolutely do it. So yes, there's good players there that'll be sitting there at 5, but really, if there's a quarterback that somebody else wants, the Chargers are absolutely going to trade that pick. They are going to go back as far as they have to, accumulate as many picks as they can, because again, Jim Harbaugh has been in college here for the last 7-8 years. So he's seen players, he's recruited players, he's coached players, he's gone against players. He knows the college landscape and knows guys that'll really fit. Plus, obviously, he knows his Michigan team really well. They were the national champions, the best team. There's going to be 20 guys drafted. He knows a guy that he can pick up in the 5th round very, very well from the University of Michigan. Wouldn't be surprised if he picks 2 or 3 guys. He's then hired a bunch of college guys, been in the league, been watching football on the West Coast, down south. Harbaugh's got the Midwest, right? There's just so many eyeballs on the college game that I think the Chargers are very comfortable getting picks, moving out of number 5 and making things happen. So again, if you're new to the channel, this is all about the LA Chargers. You can look back at our channel. We're all about it. And this gives you an unbiased look into the Chargers. Plus, we're all about Jim Harbaugh. We know about him. And then let me know Adam's favorite Adam Sandler movie. And then what jersey would you get if you could get a jersey and hang it up in a man cave of yours? And we'll see all of you on the next one.